Ever dreamed of packing it all up for a life in Manchester? We've all seen the postcard perfect images of England, the quaint villages, the rolling hills of the Cotswolds, the ancient stones of Oxford. But Manchester is different. It's the beating post-industrial heart of the North, a city portrayed as a gritty phoenix risen from the ashes of its own history, pulsing with music, sport, and a defiant, untamable energy. It's the birthplace of the computer, the splitting of the atom, and the sound of Oasis, a place where they claim to have invented the modern world. But is this the whole story? Is this relentless reinvention a blueprint for urban paradise? Or is it a brilliant marketing campaign masking the challenges of life in the shadow of the satanic mills? In this unflinching, comprehensive analysis, we will pull back the curtain on the capital of the North. We'll walk its rain-slicked streets from the hallowed turf of Old Trafford to the neon-drenched gay village, from the silent, powerful libraries to the roaring, packed concert halls. We will give you the real, unfiltered picture of life here, so you can decide if it's worth trading your current reality for a piece of this Mancunian dream. Let's start with a fundamental fact that often gets lost in the romanticism of its past. Think of Manchester, and you might picture a dense urban core, a product of the 19th century. And you'd be right. But the reality of its place in the world is often underestimated. Greater Manchester is a metropolitan county of 2.8 million people, a sprawling, interconnected web of 10 boroughs, from the bustling center to the leafy suburbs of Trafford and Stockport. It's not just a city, it's an engine room. To put that into perspective, its population is larger than Slovenia's and not far off that of Jamaica. It's a gravitational force that draws in over 100,000 students every year and boasts an economy larger than that of Wales. This isn't just a fun fact. This scale and density is the secret ingredient that fundamentally shapes the Mancunian character and quality of life. It means constant energy, endless opportunity, but it also presents unique, gritty challenges we'll explore next. So, is this density and youthful energy a recipe for innovation and happiness? According to a plethora of best UK city to live in surveys, it consistently ranks at the top. It's a resounding, if qualified, yes. When you possess a critical mass of young brains, world-class universities, and a history of making things happen, progress becomes part of the civic DNA. But this reputation isn't just born from academia. It's forged by a remarkable history of doing things its own way. Here's a fact many overlook. Manchester was the world's first modern industrial city. It was the workshop of the world, but it was also a city of protest and radical thinking. It was the home of the Peterloo Massacre, a seminal moment in the fight for democracy, and the place where Friedrich Engels co-wrote the Communist Manifesto, inspired by the conditions he saw in its factories. This city has protest in its blood. The result is what you see today, a place that doesn't wait for permission. It was here at the University of Manchester that Ernest Rutherford first split the atom and Alan Turing laid the theoretical groundwork for the computer. It's this very environment of radical thought and practical application that breeds global giants like the Cooperative Group, and the relentless spirit that powers the music of the Smiths, Joy Division, and the Stone Roses. But this relentless energy comes at a cost. And here's where we must be brutally honest. Life in Manchester isn't always easy. The weather is the city's great leveler. That famous Mancunian rain? It's not a gentle drizzle, it's a persistent, often horizontal presence that can dominate life for months on end. The gray skies can be a profound psychological test for those used to sun. Seasonal affective disorder is a very real challenge for newcomers unaccustomed to these damp, dark winters. So, is the vibrant culture worth the dampness? Let's dig deeper. And then, there is the cost of living. This is the grand bargain of modern Manchester life. In the last decade, it has been one of the UK's fastest growing cities, and with that growth has come soaring demand. While it's significantly more affordable than London, prepare for a cost that is rising fast. A coffee in the Northern Quarter? Get ready to pay £3 to £4. A pint of craft beer in a trendy Ancoats bar? That will be 6 or 7, please. And we haven't even begun to discuss the competitive, often frantic, rental market. But you have to understand what you're getting in return. You are buying into a city on the upswing. A place with world-class culture, often without the London price tag. The trade-off is clear: you accept the rain and the rising costs for a slice of the energy. So, what does that energy buy you outside the pubs and clubs? A cultural tapestry that is truly breathtaking. One of Manchester's most impressive aspects is its sacred relationship with music and the arts. It's a city that doesn't just consume culture, it manufactures it, exports it, and lives and breathes it. But it's more than just statistics. It's the Manchester gig. This isn't just a night out, it's a rite of passage. It's the feeling of being packed into a sweat-drenched basement venue like the Deaf Institute, watching a band on the cusp of greatness, knowing that in this very city, in rooms just like this, legends were born. For someone from a quieter, less culturally assertive place, this doesn't just feel like entertainment. It can feel like a religious experience. Which brings us to a topic everyone thinks about but rarely says out loud. Let's address the elephant in the room. The famous and sometimes infamous Mancunian personality. Is the grit a myth or a stunning reality? And yes, there is a profound truth to the famous stereotype. You will notice it on the streets, a directness, a lack of pretense, and a humor that is as dry as it is rapid fire. It's a personality forged in the mills and the docks, a culture of getting on with it, of calling a spade a spade. It's common to see people engaging in lively, open conversation with strangers, a world away from the reserved nature of the South. But here's the unvarnished reality. This very directness can be a shock for newcomers. The famous Mancunian banter can be misinterpreted as bluntness, even rudeness, by those from cultures where communication is more indirect. The social pressure to be quick-witted, to not take yourself too seriously, can be intimidating for those arriving from more formal environments. This extends into the complex world of socializing. Making genuine friends with Mancunians can be surprisingly easy, precisely because of this openness. They are famously welcoming, proud of their city, and often eager to show it off. Do not mistake their directness for coldness. It is the very opposite. It is an invitation to be real. However, and this is a crucial however, once you are in, you are in. Mancunian friendships are not superficial. They are built on a foundation of authenticity and loyalty. If you demonstrate those same qualities of genuineness and reliability, you will find yourself with a social circle that is deep, supportive, and fiercely protective. But this communal spirit finds its ultimate expression in one thing, above all else. We cannot talk about life in Manchester without confronting its twin religions. Football. This isn't just a pastime. It is a central pillar of identity, a source of immense civic pride and sometimes painful division. On match day, the city changes. A palpable electricity fills the air. The streets become a river of red or light blue, a tribal procession towards the cathedrals of Old Trafford and the Etihad. The passion is raw, all-consuming, and for many, non-negotiable. It can define friendships, shape weekly routines, and influence the very mood of the city. For an outsider, this can be intimidating. The rivalry is intense and deeply historical, but to understand it is to understand a key part of Manchester's soul. It's about more than sport. It's about community, history, and a shared sense of belonging. Choosing a side or even just appreciating the culture can be one of the fastest ways to feel a part of the city's fabric. And then, there is the ultimate test for any aspiring resident. A force of urban planning that defines the Manchester experience as much as any social custom. We cannot talk about life here without discussing the city's physical transformation. The Manchester skyline is a building site. It has been for 20 years and it shows no sign of stopping. This is a city constantly tearing down and rebuilding itself. The industrial phoenix is not just a metaphor. It is a physical reality happening brick by brick, pane of glass by pane of glass. For a newcomer, this represents both opportunity and challenge. The opportunity is a modern, growing city with new housing, new amenities, and a fresh, dynamic feel. The challenge is the constant noise, dust, and disruption. The city you live in this year may be physically different from the one you lived in last year. The pace of change can be disorienting. This is the grand, ongoing experiment of Manchester. It's a city wrestling with its own success, trying to build a future without completely erasing the powerful, beautiful ghosts of its past. So, is this constant churn worth it? Let's look at the engine that powers it all. From its world-leading universities through to its burgeoning tech and media sectors, education and innovation are the lifeblood of the city. The University of Manchester is one of the UK's largest single-site universities, a behemoth of research and learning that acts as a giant brain, attracting the brightest minds from across the globe. For parents and students, this represents a golden opportunity. The city itself is a campus. The exchange of ideas isn't confined to lecture halls. It spills out into the cafes, the tech incubators, the startups. The educational and innovative spirit prioritizes practical application, the very skill that powers the modern world. This focus feeds directly into a diversifying job market. Manchester offers excellent opportunities, particularly in digital tech, creative media, life sciences, and advanced manufacturing. The BBC's monumental move to Media City UK in Salford Quays acted as a catalyst, creating a whole new ecosystem for media and tech. The rewards are significant. Competitive salaries, especially when weighed against the cost of living, and a vibrant professional scene. But here is the critical caveat, the professional reality many encounter. While opportunities are plentiful, the competition is fierce. You are competing with thousands of bright graduates who choose to stay in the city every year. To truly stand out and advance, you need more than just a degree. You need drive, resilience, and that distinctive Mancunian spark. And then there is the challenge that defines the daily reality for thousands. A test of patience and budget that confronts every new resident. We cannot talk about life in Manchester without confronting the housing market. The rental market in Manchester isn't just competitive, it's a contact sport. The massive influx of students and young professionals has created a gold rush for landlords. Finding a decent, affordable apartment in a central location like the city center, Castlefield, or the Northern Quarter requires speed, luck, and a healthy budget. This forces many newcomers to look to the vibrant, characterful suburbs, places like Didsbury, Withington, Chorlton, and Altrincham. These areas offer a different pace of life, with village-like high streets, green spaces, and strong communities, but add a commute via the city's extensive bus network or the tram into the daily routine. The reality for many is a compromise, a house share in a popular area or a smaller apartment further out as they establish themselves. The good news is that the city's compact nature and public transport make this far more manageable than in many other major cities. But once you've secured a roof over your head, you'll discover a culinary scene that has undergone a revolution. Let's talk about gastronomy because it goes far, far beyond the famous meat pie and mushy peas. Manchester's gastronomic landscape has been utterly transformed. It now boasts a constellation of Michelin-starred restaurants and a new North food scene that has gained national recognition for its focus on quality produce and bold flavors. The Curry Mile in Rusholme offers a breathtaking neon-lit stretch of South Asian cuisine that is an experience in itself. However, for immigrants accustomed to specific traditional cuisines, finding absolute authenticity can require a little more searching amidst the more commercial offerings. The flavors here are confident and varied. The advantage, however, lies in the city's international soul. You can find superb Vietnamese PO, family-run Caribbean eateries, and incredible Italian delis, making the overall gastronomic landscape rich, diverse, and constantly evolving. This blend of tradition and relentless innovation is the engine of the city. Manchester isn't just a participant in the digital age, it's a leader. Think of it as the Silicon Canal. It has a thriving tech ecosystem, producing a steady stream of successful startups and scale-ups. For any tech or creative professional, this environment represents a hotbed of opportunity, fueled by talent from the universities and a collaborative can-do spirit. This innovation is powered by a unique work hard, play hard culture. Manchester's businesses are known for their ambition and lack of stuffy hierarchy, where ideas can come from anywhere. This is backed by significant investment in infrastructure, from the ever-expanding Metrolink tram system to the city's fiber optic backbone. For digital entrepreneurs and remote workers, this means you can be highly productive here, while still enjoying the cultural benefits of a major city. So, after all this, the final verdict. Is Manchester the Phoenix city it's often painted to be? The answer is not a simple yes or no. It's complex, layered, and deeply personal. For a certain personality profile, for those who thrive on energy, who value culture and community over quiet solitude, who are resilient in the face of a little rain and urban grit, and who want to be in a place that is visibly, audibly shaping its own future, Manchester can indeed be a form of paradise. For others, especially those who crave the tranquility of the countryside, guaranteed sunshine, a slower pace of life, or more reserved and formal social atmosphere, it could feel like an overwhelming, relentless assault on the senses. What is undeniable is this: Manchester offers an exceptional, dynamic quality of life for those who are willing to lean into its rhythm. For those ready to embrace its direct humor, its passionate loyalties, its world-changing history, and its future-facing ambition, it is a city that works. It is a place of immense pride. You can build a future here with a sense of being part of something bigger than yourself, and your family can grow up in an environment that is stimulating, diverse, and fiercely authentic. The ultimate key to success in Manchester lies not in your qualifications alone, but in your attitude. It's not enough to arrive with a romanticized view of its music scene. You need a clear-eyed, realistic understanding of its challenges, the weather, the pace, the competition, and a genuine willingness to adapt to a different and deeply rewarding way of life. So the question you must ask yourself isn't whether Manchester is perfect, but whether it's perfect for you. Each person has different priorities, dreams, and tolerances. What for one might be an overwhelming gray sprawl, for another could be the vibrant, oxygen-rich atmosphere they need to truly come alive. What do you think about this beautiful, challenging, and utterly compelling northern powerhouse? We've explored the industrial heritage and the digital future, the communal spirit and the urban hurdles. This analysis wasn't meant to give you a simple yes or no, but to provide a clearer, more honest perspective on what it truly means to live, work, and belong in Manchester. Remember, the decision to relocate is one of the most personal you can make. It requires you to look inward, to carefully weigh your own circumstances, your deepest goals, and your genuine capacity to adapt to a profound change. The reality of Manchester is that it offers a remarkable life, but it is a life built on a specific set of trade-offs. It demands resilience and rewards it in equal measure. The ultimate choice is yours.